or are concern to us as First Nations. There's a lot can be said about the issues that we have as First Nations. We can go on and on about social injustice, being underprivileged, and our healing path, how we population being decimated, and so on. And that's all valid. Our history has been subdued and swept under the carpet, as it were, because the conscience doesn't want to face the truth. That's the way it feels. So, again, I can go on and on about social injustice, depriving our people of proper health care, proper education, and so on. And it's gotten to the point where, as First Nations people in our healing, have found a path of dignity. And that stems from our culture, and the teaching that our elders left us, our connectedness with Mother Earth and nature, and all those beautiful gifts that the Creator provided for us. Not only a connection with the Creator, but our connection with each other. So, today, hearing these beautiful songs, when I approached this wonderful building, it just gave me a sense of that connectedness. It's just a really good feeling that we can come together here and start to heal together and bind our spirits together. Because right now, First Nations people are on the forefront, on the world stage. People are watching us. And it's occurred to me that we have a voice. Together, we have a stronger voice. So, it was brought forward to me last year that maybe I should go to Ottawa and break another concert, because the effects of breaking this one in Victoria were so positive. I think the message was very clear that the issues that we're facing today in modern society, in this modern world, aren't just First Nations issues. Our whole survival as human beings is at stake. And I feel that it is urgent that we act and bring attention to these issues in terms of protecting Mother Earth, protecting our fellow beings, more conscientious and more caring for each other. How shameful it is that mental health has disappeared as our healthcare system deteriorates and becomes more like a pharmaceutical campaign to sell drugs. That's the way it appears to me. The education system, again, I can go on and on about. It failed me, and I see it failing many of our youth, particularly in First Nations communities. They don't get the support. They don't get the backing, the help that they need to succeed, to find these opportunities, to find some security. How backwards it is to even think in that manner when we engage in assimilation, diversifying into a new age, in this province anyway, a treaty process that's pretty shaky. Corporate America, what we're faced with there, this monster that has no conscience, but it's all consuming, and it controls us to some degree. The monetary system that we're faced with compared to these credit cards, as it were, that achieve to accumulate prestige, honor, by distributing wealth. Back in the day when a man was measured for how much he could provide. And every time he had appeased and distributed wealth, it was added to the value of his copper, which gave him more authority because of that generosity that he demonstrated, and the strength that he had to rally his family to back him so that he could have some status in our society. There was a symbol of justice when there was disorder, when there was a dispute, a breach of protocol. This old copper that comes from Costumo, my two family's copper here, had been broken a few times in its life for different reasons. That's the way the old people used these shields as a symbol of justice and balance as well. And they do have all prestige, and they do have strength, and they do have their own spirit. Each one has a name. So, as I said, we went to Victoria. I was urged to go to Ottawa. I said, no. My family already did our job. We already went to Victoria and set the stage for others to rise up, perhaps, and follow suit. And after that meeting I had with the chiefs from various villages up and down the coast, one of them went home to Haida and talked it over with his elders and his chiefs and got the consensus that yes, this would be a good and righteous thing to do, to bring the copper forward, this one here, Awalaskenis, and bring it to Ottawa to break it. So it's been on its journey. It's been to several of their so-called abandoned villages that were annihilated back in the 1850s and 60s, and epidemics and scourges that decimated their population. But this copper went to visit some of those villages. The elders spoke to it, and they sang to it, and they talked to it, and they gave it life. And then it was sent down to Vancouver. A couple of days ago, it was transferred over from the Haida people, Gujau, the Haida leader, over to our family in care. Because I told him, yes, we would back him up and be there in Ottawa with him to help him with the breaking of his copper. And that event was very special. It wasn't huge. Didn't need to be. The right people were there, and it was a really good send-off. Very uplifting. So this is our first step on our way to Ottawa here. wanted to let you know that we want you to be with us in the Spirit, knowing that we're going forward to set an example to the world, using our culture to bring attention to our plight and to draw attention to our concerns on Mother Earth, social injustice, in the hopes that we can move forward together to sort all of this out in the spirit of well-being for all of mankind, all of mankind, and our healing and all we have endured in a society that take, we can still give. That's the message that we want to bring to Ottawa. And it isn't all words, it's ceremony. Deal with Tesla.
Kaya kasi Awalaskenis Chilliwack. Thank you, Chief Beau, for the words that you've shared with us. Awalaskenis. I just wanted to open the floor to anybody that might want to come and say something.
That's you.
Come say something, Dave, please. You gotta break the ice.
Speak from here?
No, come home.
Thank you.
I want to introduce this man. I've only encountered him after the copper breaking in Victoria. We've become good friends since then, and I've found that this man has a really strong sense of justice, and he's a political activist and somewhat of an extremist in some ways, but I really appreciate the extremity and share some of your thoughts with us, maybe. Anything that's in your heart?
Well, thank you. It's really, really beautiful to come here, and I thank you for allowing me to be here. And I guess mostly what's in my mind is when I went back after the gathering at the university, and I talked to my friend there, Louis, who's also an activist with me and has formed a party called the Garden Party. And he's talking about the need to focus on necessities. Food, we need. And he's formed this garden party. And he says that you vote with your shovel, you vote with your work. And when I told him that I met what I thought was a very significant voice at this time in Beau, he didn't pay too much attention to me. But when he saw the footage that came from the university, he said, I am tempted to go to Ottawa with him because I see what he is doing is a good work and truly worthy of support. And so I want to say that this is an inspiration to me and to everybody that I contact with. It is also an inspiration. And so all my best thoughts are with this gathering and with this beginning that we're in. And well, thank you. Thank you both. And thank you for all of you for being here. Oh, there was a neat point there, excuse me, when he asked him for a name for this. Do you remember that? And he says it's like at the end of a long crying, there's this sniffle that comes up. And I thought, "Yeah, this is great. Like, great sense of humor, great sense of drama, and it's a movement that's going to take the country." So, pass this on to someone else if you'd like to have something to say.
I just have a question. So are you going all the way to